ours included,
including
as
us.
far
Yeah.
as our on-air people and management, are working from home, and that presents challenges. And to talk about that is Drew Andrews. He is the managing partner for Whittlesey Accounting and Consulting. Drew, good morning. How are you?
Good
Morning.
morning. How are you?
We're good.
Had
Thanks
an
for.
easy commute today.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So you. It was St. Patrick's Day when Whittlesey decided that working from home was the way it was going to be. How difficult was it to ramp that up?
Well, we actually ramped it up probably about 3 weeks before that.
Oh,
when
okay.
We started thinking that this may happen. So we really went to our IT folks and said, "Can this work?" And they assured me it could. We needed to do some little upgrades to our network system, and that we had planned for the summer, and we pushed that up to get a little bit more speed on our network. And they assured me, like I said, it was going to work. We have 165 employees,
Yeah.
and I was obviously a little concerned since we never tested this.
Drew, what kind of work is done now from home? Conferences. I mean, just an idea of what the workload is and what they're doing at home.
As much as I was worried about getting work done from home, we're doing just about everything we were doing in the office from home, absent visiting with clients. And we're doing it virtually, visiting with clients. We're using a lot of video conferencing, and the only downside I see is work never ends. It seems it's almost easier now because I'll go and have dinner and then come back and work in my office, and it's funny, the lines are getting blurred a lot.
And this is not a small company. This is 165 employees. That had to be quite a task for your IT department.
Yeah.
Well, we had a contingency plan saying that if there was a disaster and we had to do this, could we do it? And this has been in place for a year or two. No one ever thought this would happen, obviously. I mean, I don't think anyone thought we were going to be in this situation. So we knew we could do it. We just never did it. And we have some people that work remote. We actually have 2 employees that work that have used to live in Connecticut that moved to North Carolina and still work for us in North Carolina. So they were doing it for about a year or so, both of them, and that was working. We just didn't know if everybody could do it.
Drew, on certain occasions when you do want to meet with a client, will they be able to, on a limited basis, actually use your stuff at 280 Trumbull?
As well, no one's going into our offices right now. But
No
what
one,
we
okay.
tend to use is like a Zoom or a video or Microsoft Teams, and a lot of our clients have access to that too. So we basically do meetings that way.
Okay.
Talking to Drew Andrews, managing partner for Whittlesey, which is an accounting and consulting firm who work at 280 Trumbull Street, right in the midst of downtown, and they've been going remote since March 17th. Have you given people guidelines as far as how much to work? Because as you said, it's pretty easy to blur the lines. I mean, you could work from 9 to noon, take a half hour from lunch, work from noon to 5, take an hour for dinner, and then slip back into the office and work a couple more hours. And while that's great for production, at some point you burn yourself out.
Right. Well, we're also in the midst of our busy season.
Right.
Most of us know, and even though the tax deadline has changed to July 15th, we're encouraging people to get their tax return done on a more normal basis, because there could be some opportunities to take advantage of if you file on April 15th versus July 15th. And we're finding that most of our clients are able to get us the data that they need to get us on the same time frame that they used to do. So, in other words, a lot of clients go on extension anyways. Those people aren't going to have their information to us now. But the ones that normally do have done that. And so as you use that timeline, Joe, we're used to working 60, 65 hours a week during this period.
Oh, absolutely.
So we are still pretty much doing those hours, and Saturdays, and some people are working on Sundays, and it's the numbers seem to be fairly consistent with prior years. as far as the hours and the work getting done.
So, Drew, you have another, 2 weeks of intense stuff? And then,
Well,
from what I know, most guys, after you're done with it, you're so relieved you have a huge party.
Yeah, but that's not true, is it, Drew? I know that for a fact.
How do you know this?
Because go ahead, Drew. You're the expert. Explain it.
Well, we still got people on extension, and we still got other things to do. I mean, our business is beyond 10.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, of course.
But the one thing that kind of threw us off this year, and it's kind of good that the tax deadline got changed, was the stimulus program that Congress and the Senate passed.
Right.
Has caused last week this paycheck protection program was kicking in. So a lot of our corporate clients were taking advantage of this for people with under 500 employees. So we spent at least the whole week, or maybe a week and a half, advising clients on how to get these loans. So that kind of put us a little bit behind, which is good, because now we'll probably extend our tax season more a week out. True. And probably try to get the work done for like an April 22 deadline.
Drew, here's a question. Joe is convinced, and I think I am too, that you're going to see some major changes in the way people do business. Is this going to get the kind of thing where, since so many of you can work at home, that you really don't need an office?
It could. I don't know if I'm there yet. I think a lot of people the need that to try to be together and interact in a team. And we find even younger folks miss the office environment. And I routinely will just randomly kind of check in with some people, and I'm finding some of them just get a little lonely when you're by yourself.
You do.
Oh my God, yes, absolutely.
I'm lonely,
and I think you're a lonely, moody little.
Yeah, I am all the time, Joe.
But I would think that after this when we get back to whatever the new norm is going to be, that there are going to be people who feel pretty comfortable, and if they can get the work done, you'll be fine with it.
Right. Absolutely. As long as the production's there and we're getting the work done, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Hey, Drew, good stuff. Stay safe. Be good. Good luck to the company. Drew Andrews, managing partner for Whittlesey in downtown
Thank you, guys.
Hartford. Thanks, Drew.
For being on.